You had Burisma working with our State Department through a Democrat-connected firm. So it went far beyond Hunter into Clinton land. And at the time of the meeting, Hunter Biden was serving on the board. The other issue that is out there that much of the big media doesn't want to talk about, even though it is a major issue for our country, is the corruption of the Biden family. We've had information out there for years now that Joe Biden is personally corrupt, and that corruption stems from his family's efforts to convert his public office into private gain. I've compared it to running a racketeering operation, using his public office as a way to bring in money into the family operation. It's just like the way the mafia was operating. And that is something for which he needs to be held accountable. And we've had document after document, certainly the Hunter Biden laptops information and other information that's flowed as a result of those disclosures, despite the media's best efforts, have implicated the president personally in this corruption. Certainly as he was vice president. And I just see Hunter Biden was over at the White House for the Easter egg roll. So Hunter is under investigation, and I may have talked about this last week, for all sorts of federal crimes. And I say investigation, I don't know how substantial it is since I don't trust the Justice Department. And he's over at the White House. I mean, imagine a similarly situated Republican or conservative. What would the media be doing? So we've got this major issue with Hunter Biden. And I don't know what they're doing at the Justice Department. I don't trust the Justice Department to do a thorough job. And either way, we have a right to find out independently what's been going on with Biden corruption. And that's why Judicial Watch has been front and center and been doing more than anyone, as best I can tell, to find out about Biden's corruption issues from our government. It includes lawsuits against the State Department, FOIA requests, and such. And we just filed a new lawsuit against the State Department for Hunter Biden documents. Essentially, he said, give us everything you got on Hunter Biden. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but not much. We asked for all cables and teletypes, all cables/teletypes, and email messages sent via SMART system, which is their which is an acronym for their communication system, that reference Hunter Biden. And we don't want any records that consist solely of media articles or compilations, because that's usually an excuse they give us. We've got 10,000 documents, and most of the documents are news articles. Well, we don't necessarily want all that. So we had asked for the documents back in February. So beginning of February, and we just sued this week. So it's now been 2 months, over 2 months, nearly 3 months, and they ignored our request. And we know they've got documents about Hunter Biden because we've seen some of them from prior requests. Now, Judicial Watch had uncovered, for instance, that records that show the former U.S. ambassador to Ukraine, Marie Yovanovitch, the anti-Trump ambassador, specifically warned in 2017 about corruption allegations against Burisma Holdings. During her November 2019 testimony, though, in the impeachment proceedings against Trump, where she was out to get Trump, Yovanovitch told lawmakers she knew little about Burisma. So not only did it expose Burisma corruption as it relates to Hunter Biden, but exposed State Department corruption, which covered that up. And in October production of last year, I guess it was, Judicial Watch received records which included a briefing checklist of a February 2019 meeting in Kiev between Yovanovitch and Sally Painter, who's an old Clinton administration official. And of course, everything always comes full circle with this crowd, doesn't it? She was Burisma's lobbyist at a company called Blue Star Strategies. So Yovanovitch meets with Sally Painter and an official from Burisma. The briefing checklist noted that Painter also planned to meet with the Foreign Commercial Service Officer, Martin Claessens, regarding the Burisma Group energy company. So you had Burisma working with our State Department through a Democrat-connected firm. So it went far beyond Hunter into Clinton land. And at the time of the meeting, Hunter Biden was serving on the board. You don't think anyone didn't know that? Of course they knew that. And these are my favorite records. I shouldn't say favorite in the sense of like I'm happy about them, but I think they're very illustrative of the level of detail the State Department had about the implications of Hunter Biden's corrupt relationship with Burisma. In September of 2020, we obtained records that showed that George Kent, who was a top official at the State Department in charge of Ukraine policy, he had sent an email, again, copied to Yovanovitch, highlighting Russia-linked media trolling, and I use the word trolling in quotes, Joe Biden over his son's business. So to sum up, there was an email that was sent just 4 days before Trump's inauguration. Biden had gone to Ukraine on one of his anti-corruption missions just 4 days before Trump came in. And so the Russian media, according to this email, is trolling Biden over his son's Burisma links, laughing about him being anti-corruption. And it's sent to Yovanovitch, again, the anti-Trump ambassador, who would then later testify against Trump. Oh, we didn't really think it was a big deal what was going on with Burisma. I didn't know anything. And the official writes, Burisma, the gift that keeps on giving. So they knew that Hunter Biden was causing foreign policy issues with respect to Russia and Ukraine. Why are you only hearing about this from me? This is public information. Judicial Watch doesn't hide this. It's on our internet site. We send out press releases. All the media can look this up. There's a war going on in Ukraine that could lead to a conflagration that our world has never seen before. And you would think there would be intense interest in Joe Biden's activities in Ukraine, his family's activities in Ukraine, his family's activities in Russia. Certainly the State Department was aware of it. Now, there are other documents that had come out separately. They had tried to talk to the Biden White House, or the Biden, when he was vice president, about the corruption issue with respect to Burisma and warning him off on it. Didn't go anywhere. And of course, the other State Department documents we want are Biden's trips to China with his son Hunter. And of course, you had all those Chinese business dealings with the communist fronts that were forking millions, if not billions of dollars into the Biden operation. So what is the State Department hiding? Well, we know they're hiding something because they refuse to follow the FOIA law in turning the documents over to us. So I tell you, when they don't want to turn the documents over to you, it's usually because they don't have documents that are politically helpful. That's usually the case. The State Department is unlawfully ignoring FOIA law to protect Hunter and Joe Biden. We have no doubt, given our prior finds, that the State Department has many secrets about Biden corruption. So we're going to keep on pushing. I guarantee you there's going to be more FOIA lawsuits. I know we have others pending. So more documents will be coming out about Hunter Biden, no matter what prosecutors do. A lot of scandals.
Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all the latest news from Judicial Watch.